Good morning, everyone. Brooke here. I'm back after a long holiday break. Just feeling the need myself of just tightening things up, my body a little bit back in shape after a really relaxed, lovely few weeks on holiday. So we're gonna just do a basic morning Pilates routine here today. The only equipment we will need is a small ball or a cushion. And if you have a resistance band at home, go ahead and grab your resistance band as well. We'll use that a little bit. So just take it easy today, especially if you haven't been working out as regularly as you normally do. Just ease yourself back in. I'm going to kind of ease us back in and not do anything too crazy challenging today. But as usual, we're going to start standing up, coming to the end of your mat, checking the feet. Feet should be hip width apart and parallel. Just try to stand as tall as you can and rock forward and back from the balls of the feet to your heels. And then just settle somewhere in the middle, and then just check your ears are over your shoulders, shoulders over the ribs, ribs over the hips, and then just slightly close the ribs down, the front of the ribs down towards your hips, so just shortening that distance, engaging your abdominals a little bit as well. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms up overhead, and then as you breathe out, just come up onto your toes, really lengthening through your fingertips, reaching through the crown of the head, narrowing your waist, and then exhale, reach your arms out to the side as your heels come back down to the mat. Now you're gonna bend your knees and reach your arms back up and really arch into your back. So really try to get that tailbone kind of reaching to the wall behind you. Clench the muscles of your lower back, just kind of sitting down. Just check that your knees are over your toes. They're not kind of pulling in together or opening out wide. And breathe in, come back to standing. And then as you breathe out, to reach into your chest, round your spine, and just flex that spine, just rounding out as you fold over your legs. And just hang there as much as you can, getting your hands as close to the floor as you can, and nod your head, and then shake the head side to side. Good, so try to keep those legs straight, really pushing into your heels, and then just swing your torso left and right. Just swing your hands across your mat. If your fingertips can touch, great, but if not, just let those arms sway left and right. Good. Come back to the center. Now I'm going to bend your knees and get your hands all the way down to the mat. Start walking them forward, breathing out, coming out into your plank. Lift your head, slide the shoulder blades down the back, and then inhale, lower your knees down to the mat. Try to keep your hips level with the shoulders. Try to hinge at the hips, almost pulling the knees forward to drop the hips. So try not to, or to drop the knees. Try not to drop the hips. 3 more there. Breathing in as you lower. Come on to the tips of the toes. Breathe out, back onto the balls of the feet as the knees go up. That's 2. And lift. 1 more. Inhale down. Exhale up and hold. And then lift the hips all the way up. Almost step your feet slightly forward to try to get the feet flat on the mat. Press into your heels. Press into the palms of your hands. Just hold that stretch for a big breath in. As you breathe out, walk your hands back towards your feet. Check if feet are still parallel, bend the knees around your spine and articulate, rolling yourself up. 1 vertebra on top of the other. Shoulders and head come up last. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, again, we're gonna bend the knees, reach the arms up, arch into the lower back. And then inhale, take the hands behind you, pull the shoulder blades together. Exhale, lift the arms back up. Inhale, take the arms back and just hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in, come back to standing. Breathe out, lift the arms up, and then reach the fingertips, just lengthening through the spine, lengthening through the crown of the head, narrowing the waist, and then reach your arms out to the side as you slowly lower your heels to the mat. Drop the chin, round the spine once again, and we're just gonna roll down over the legs 1 more time. Again, just hang here for a moment. I want you to bend your right knee, but keep your left leg straight. Really try to drive that left heel down into the mat and lengthen up the back of the leg right up to that sit bone. And then change the legs. Left knee bends, right leg is straight. Press into the right heel. Try to get the back of that knee straight. Lengthening through up the back of the leg. 1 more time, bending the right knee. Try to relax your upper body so you can drop the chest any closer to your legs. And then bend the left knee. Good, and then bend both knees, hands come down to the mat, and walk your hands forward, breathing out as you come forward. Good, and then we're gonna lift your right leg up, lengthen your left leg, so keep that left leg nice and straight, and then drop the right knee under the body to the left elbow. Breathe in as you lift, breathe out as you lower. 1 more time, inhale up, exhale down. And then come back into your plank. And then lift your left leg up. Keep the right leg nice and straight. Press into your right heel. And then left knee to the right elbow. Breathing out. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Lift. And lower. Come back into your plank. Lift the hips all the way up. Press into your heels. Press into the palms of your hands. Maybe lifting your fingers slightly. And then again, just hold there for a moment. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Soften the knees, round the spine, articulate as you roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders and head come up last. Good. Now I want you to lift your left arm up, slide your right hand down the side of the leg, and just lengthen through your left side. So really reaching those fingertips up to the ceiling. Try not to lean over towards the wall. Go straight up to the ceiling, opening up these ribs a little bit. Open up that oblique on the left side of the waist. Then inhale, change. Exhale, right arm goes up. And opening up the ribs, stretching the oblique. And then inhale, hand comes back down to your side. One last time, we're gonna breathe out, lift the arms up, arch the back. And push your ribs forward. And then keeping that arch to the back, just take the hands back. Pull the shoulder blades together. And then come back to standing. And one last roll down to our plank. So chin to chest, round the spine. Roll yourself all the way down. Soften the knees. Hands to the mat, walk forward, breathing out. Hold your nice strong plank. Press into your fingertips. Really try to protect the wrists. Point the toe on the left foot and lift the left leg up and down. Stay there for 5, 4. Really lengthen through that toe as you lift it up. That's 2 and 1. Left toe comes under, right toe up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the right toes under, drop your knees down to the mat, and sit back onto your heels. Stretch everything out. Rest your forehead for a moment. Good. Now change position so you're flipped onto your back. We're going to start with our roll up. So hands overhead, stretch from the tips of the fingers to the tips of your toes. Sink your rib cage down into the mat. Narrow the waist. Lift your pelvic floor. So getting that deep abdominal connection. Everything pulling in. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale. Lift your hands. Lift your head. Peel your spine slowly up off the mat. Try to keep the feet stuck down. And then reach forward. Breathe in. We're going to come into a straight back. Shoulders and head up last. And then lead with your lower back. Scoop the abdominals in. Point your toes. Squeeze your legs together as you slowly roll your spine back down to the mat. Big breath in. And then breathing out again. Hands, head, spine. Heel up. Stretch forward. Inhale, straighten up the back. And then exhale, round the spine. Roll it all the way back down again. Good. Love this exercise just as a daily movement, just articulating the fluidity through the spine while strengthening the abdominals, giving that lovely stretch through your hamstrings, and then focusing on posture as you come back to the sitting position. We're going to hold the next one. So we're going to come halfway back, hold, scoop the abdominals in, just draw the belly button in a little tighter, and then turn to the left. Inhale back to the center, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Try to keep the pelvis from moving. Just turn the shoulders without moving the pelvis. You'll know if your feet are sliding side to side, that means that the pelvis isn't anchored enough. So try to anchor a little bit more by activating the muscles of your legs. Stay there for 4, so you can get the arm movement a little bit bigger. 3, 2, so you can lower the chest a little bit if you want more abdominals. Last 1. Back to the center. Let's go down an inch and hold. Down another inch and hold. Point the chest, squeeze legs down. One last inch. Hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come all the way back. And then pull your knees into your chest. A little bit of movement side to side. Now I'm going to grab your ball or your cushion and place it between your knees. Knees should be right over your hips. Shins should be parallel to the floor. Little space under your lower back. So you've got the rib cage down. We've got that natural curve of the lumbar spine. Draw the belly button in. Draw the sit bones together. Lift the back passage, getting the perineum lifting up into the body. So engaging the pelvic floor. And then peel your head and shoulders up off the mat. Reach with the fingertips, reaching the arms to the wall in front of you. And start pumping. Breathing in for 4 beats. Breathe out for 4. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Really squeeze the ball. Draw the belly button in. Now, if you want to advance, we stretch the legs. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. Look towards your abdominals. Try to scoop the belly button in tight. Try not to let anything dome up or lift. If it does start to dome, just dial it back, especially if you haven't done this for a little while. Better to make it a little smaller and do it perfectly. Just retrain those deep abdominals to stay active while we work the surface muscles as well. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3. So you can get the end of the shoulders any higher. Let's go 2 more breaths. Breathing in. Breathe out. So you can make the arm move a little bit bigger. Inhale. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Good. Take the shoulders back. Grab your ball. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Again, I'm going to try an isometric exercise. So I want you to take that ball and press it between your hands and your right knee. I want you to extend your left leg out. So really press your hands on the ball. Pull the knee back in. Hold. And then change. Inhale as you change. Exhale as you hold. Extend the right leg. Pull the left knee into the ball. Push your hands into the ball. Hold. Slow exhale. Inhale, change. Big breath in. Exhale. Really expelling all the oxygen from your lungs. So extend that leg. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, right leg long, left knee into the chest. Head stays down. Press into the ball. Inhale to change. Fill the lungs. Exhale. Empty the lungs. One leg is long. The other knee comes into the chest. Inhale, change. Exhale, stretch the leg. Engage the abdominals. One more time. Each side. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, push the ball into that knee. Pull the knee back into the ball. Inhale, change. Keep the ribs down on the mat. Exhale, hold. Good. And then just again, hug your knees into your chest. Press your lower back down into the mat. And place the ball to the side. Lift the toes up to the ceiling. Just stretch those hamstrings. Just give them a little rub. Warm them up. Move your feet around. Good. Point the toes. Head and shoulders up off the mat. And we're going to hold the right leg as you let the left leg drop down. Now try to bend the knees slightly and then straighten them back out. So you can get your hands up a little closer to the ankle or off the back of that knee up towards your calf. Inhale, change. Again, hold. Little bend. And so you can get them a little straighter, chest a little higher. And now we're going to speed it up a little bit. Just change the sides for 8, 7, 6. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Hold your tension through the abdominals, not in your neck. Little exhale, each leg pull. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Take the shoulders back. Draw your knees in. Now take your hands behind your head. Elbows are wide. We're going to do the same motion with the legs, but now adding a torso twist. If it feels too much, go back to, don't add the twist. Just do what we were doing before with the hand behind the leg. Head and shoulders up off the mat. Belly button pulled in tight. We're going to turn towards that left leg. Reach the right elbow up to the ceiling. Inhale, change. Exhale, hold. Slow it down a little bit so you can feel each one. Make it perfect. Get that lower leg close to the mat without touching the mat. Top leg pulls in towards your chest. Legs as straight as you can. Stay there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take the shoulders down. Draw your knees in and just circle your knees around. Just massaging out any tension from the lower back. Good. Now let's stretch things out for a moment. I want you to lift your knees up to tabletop. So knees above hips, shins parallel to floor. Arms wide, really anchor your shoulders down to the mat. Actively push your shoulder blades down into the mat. Breathe in as you drop both knees down to the right and you look to the left. And then feel the soft tissue connecting into your abdominals as you lift the knees back to the center, just engaging the muscles. Inhale, knees go to the left as the head turns to the right. And then exhale, wrapping those muscles around your waist, pulling the knees back up to that starting point. Make sure the feet don't start to sink towards the floor. Inhale down, the shoulders stay anchored, move the pelvis though, exhale up. Okay, keep your shins, keep the feet up, keep the knees just over the hips. Inhale down, exhale up. Let's go one more time each way. Breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. Good, let's hold here. Lift your head and shoulders up off the mat, pull your right knee into the chest, extend the left leg out, and then switch the legs. So looking towards the abdominals again, bring your nose towards the knee, stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pull both knees in, take the hands to the back of the head, Twist the torso. Elbow touches the opposite knee. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold this last one. So you're going to hinge at the hips. Let those shaped legs drop down towards the floor. Exhale, lift it back up. Change sides, elbow to opposite knee, and then lower those legs down and up. Breathe in as you change. Breathe out as you hold. Lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, lower. And lift. Breathe in as you change. And one more time each way, down and up. And last one, down and up. Good. Take the shoulders back. Hug your knees in, rock side to side. And then we're going to grab the ball. And then we're going to balance on the ball. So lift your hips up and place the ball under your pelvis. It should be right between your tailbone and your hip bones, not under the lumbar spine, not under the curve of the lower back, and not sticking out too much from the tailbone. Lift your knees up. Connect your knees together. Connect your feet together. Hands to your lower abdominals. Just draw in. Belly button pulled in. Hip bones drawing together. Pelvic floor lifting up and away. Ribs towards your hips. So just get that deep abdominal scoop. Then inhale, lower your right toe down to the mat. Keep your left leg perfectly still. Exhale, empty the lungs as you lift the knee back up. Inhale, lower your left toe down to the mat. Exhale, lift back up. So I want you to keep your hands resting across your abdominals and touch just inside your hip bones as you continue to move your legs. And just feel those lower abdominals really tighten, almost like you're trying to pull your hip bones in towards each other. Keep the ribs down on the mat. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you lift. One more time each side. Inhale, lower the right foot down. Exhale, lift. Last one. Move down and up. Now we're going to lift your fingertips up to the ceiling. Try to relax your feet a little bit. And then extend your right arm and your left leg. Leg stretches long. Reach that toe to the wall in front of you. Exhale. Hand and knee come back to that starting point. Keep the breath flowing as you switch sides. Keep one arm and one leg still as the other arm and leg move. So it's not all four limbs kind of scissoring back and forth. We just move one at a time, out and back. Thinking about the belly button pulling in. Think about the ribs sinking down to the mat. Keeping the pelvis still on the ball. So you exhale and inhale for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Good. Now with the next one, I want you to turn your palms so your palms are facing towards your knees. And then inhale, exhale as you extend your arms and legs. Then inhale. Sorry, I got my breathing wrong. I want you to breathe out as you reach. Breathe in as you tuck the knees into the chest. It's like a double leg stretch. Arms and legs long. And back. Keep moving. 3 more. Doesn't matter exactly how the breath is flowing, as long as you're never holding the breath. I always say the first rule of breathing with Pilates is always to breathe, never to hold the breath. 1 more here, breathing out and in. And then just pull your knees into your chest. Take the hands, try to stay still on your ball as you hold the backs of your ankles or your calves and see how straight you can get your legs. Really try to push your tailbone down into the ball and just try to stay still on that ball or that cushion. Flex your feet, point the toes, and then hold the right leg so you can extend the left leg down towards the mat, almost bouncing it slightly so you can try to stretch and open up that hip flexor as you pull your right leg and stretch the right hamstring, leaning in towards your chest, getting the legs straight. Change the legs, left leg into the chest, right leg long. Again, bounce that right leg a little bit. You pull the left leg in, try to get those legs as straight as you can. And then strap your right foot to the mat, drop your left foot down to the mat, lift your hips up off the ball, and knees into your chest. We're gonna roll ourselves up to sitting. Okay, take a moment, have a quick sip of water as we change position. We're gonna start focusing on our legs. And we're not gonna use any equipment for this. Again, just kind of easing everybody back in to the movements. I'm going to drop down to the elbows, lace the fingers together, slide your right leg back, scoop the belly button up and away, press your mat away, so lifting your spine up between your shoulder blades. Keep the head lifted, looking off the end of the mat, and then lift the right leg up and down. Exhale up. So just glance down at your left hip and try to make sure that it's directly over the left knee, that your spine is right through the center of your mat. You're not leaning too much towards the left to get that right leg up. Stay here for 4 and 3. Last 2. And then hold the next one up. You're going to bend the knee and stretch the leg. Bend and extend. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Extend and hold, and then a slow exhale as you take the foot all the way back down to the mat again. Lift the lower back, scoop the core tight, sweep the leg out to the right, and then circle it around. Imagine you're kind of brushing crumbs off the end of your mat with that right leg. Try to stabilize the pelvis, stabilize that left leg, stabilize the upper body. So the only thing moving is your right leg. Let's aim for 3 more. Big, slow circles. 2 and 1. Take the foot back to the center point of the mat. Now we slide it out to the corner of the mat. Rotate the leg out. Drop your right hip slightly. Taking that left hip back over the knee and lengthen through the right toes. You lift the leg up. Hold at the top. Inhale slowly down. Exhale, lift up and hold. Inhale down. 4 more. Lift and lower. 3. Last 2. And 1. Holding the last one up for 4. 3, 2, 1. And then slowly drop that foot down. Pull the right knee in. And we're going to go straight into your left leg. So I'm going to slide the left leg long. Zip the core up and away. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, lift the leg. Inhale, lower. Keep the head up. Look off the end of the mat. Stay there for 6 and 5. Really reaching through the toe as you lift that leg up. 3, 2. Let's hold the last one up. Now bend and extend. Again, just look down. Check that the right hip is over the right knee. Not leaning into that right side. As we lift the left leg up. Stay here for 4, 3, 2. Try to point that toe to where the wall meets the ceiling. Hold this last one and slow exhale as you slowly lower that leg down like you're pushing a weight down. Hold there. Zip the core a little tighter. Press the mat away and sweep the leg to the left. Circle it around and back. Sweep out to the left all the way around and back. Stay there for 6 and 5. Nothing else moves. Stabilize the core muscles. Stabilize the upper body. Slow circles for 3 and 2. Last 1. Foot comes back to that center point of the mat. We drag the foot across to the corner of the mat. Rotate the leg out and then reach the toes as you lift that leg up. Hold the first one. Inhale slowly down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So feel that twitch in the corner of the hip pocket, that glute that's slightly to the side of the glute each time you lift that leg. Stay there. 4 more. Movements are slow. Try to pause at the top each time. Last 2 and 1. Up and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And let the foot slowly come down. Pull the knee back under the hip and come up to all 4s. Now we're going to reach the right arm and your left leg. Stretch the fingers, stretch the toes, and breathe out. Round your spine. Exhale. Pull the knee in towards your chest. And then inhale, extend the arm and leg. Exhale. Imagine you're trying to touch your knee to your forehead. Inhale, straighten everything back out. 3 more here. Breathing out. And in. And 2. Empty the lungs as you pull the knee and the elbow in. Then fill the lungs as you stretch. Last one. Tap. And reach. And then drop that hand, right hand, left knee. Change sides. Imagine a cup of tea in the middle of the back. So we're not moving as we change from one side to the other. Keeping that stability. Breathing out. Round the spine. Chin to chest. Knee to forehead. Stay here for 4. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Inhale, and then drop the hand and the knee back down to the mat. Now I'm going to grab your ball or your cushion and place it between your knees. Slide the shoulders down back, tuck your toes under. I'm going to breathe out, lift the knees just above the mat, squeeze the ball tight, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, emptying the lungs. Inhale, lower the knees back down to the mat. Exhale, lift the knees, squeeze the ball, scoop and hold. Inhale down. And then breathing out again, lift the knees up, squeeze the ball tight, you can lift the pelvic floor, really empty the lungs, carving out the abdominals, almost like creating a vacuum through the core. Inhale down, 2 more times, breathing out. Squeeze the ball, pelvic floor engaged. Inhale down. And then the last one, breathing out, lift the knees, scoop the core, empty the lungs. And then inhale, let the knees come back down to the mat. Sit back onto your heels. Reach your arms a little further forward, almost inching your hand long, and then just drag them back, sitting your hips back to your heels. Rest your forehead for a moment between your hands, between your arms, and then drag your hands back. I'll just roll the shoulders back a couple of times. Roll them forward. Now let's try to keep that ball with a cushion between your knees as you flip. You come all the way down onto your back. Walk your feet in, close to your hips. You should be able to touch your heels with your hands, but try to make sure that the heels aren't too close. They should be directly beneath your knees, not down here, and also not in really tight. So just right below those knees. You're gonna breathe out. Again, hands come to the lower abdominals, almost creating a little triangle here. Fingertips on the pubic bone, heels of your palms on your hip bones. Then breathe out, press your lower back down into the mat. Hold that scoop, imprint that spine. As you inhale, I'm going to come back into neutral spine, expand the ribs. And then as you exhale, imprint that lower back down into the mat. Squeeze your ball, lift the pelvic floor, scoop the belly button in. One more inhale, coming back into neutral, expanding the ribs out like an umbrella. And now with your hands down along the sides of your mat, the sides of your hips, we're going to breathe out, imprint the lower back down, and then start healing the spine up. Tailbone lifts, hip bones, lower back, one vertebra at a time, coming through your middle back, and then slowly lifting until you're all the way up onto the shoulders, into a nice high shoulder bridge. Once we're there, the ribs have probably opened out slightly, so try to close those ribs back down, narrow your waist again, use gravity to help you lift the pelvic floor, and breathe in, drop your hips down towards the mat, breathe out, squeeze the ball, lift the hips up, squeeze the glutes, inhale down, exhale up. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, up and hold, and then breathe in, reach your arms all the way behind you till the backs of the hands touch the floor, lengthen through the fingertips, squeeze your ball tight, and then breathe out, drop your rib cage down first, middle back second, just trying to slowly drop that spine back down to the mat, getting through every joint of your lower back before that tailbone comes down. And then the hands come back down to your sides. Take a deep breath in. Now the second set, same, but we're gonna come onto tiptoes. So I want you to lift your heels, walk your toes in close. Breathe out, press your lower back down into the mat. Feel that hollowness, that scoop. As you exhale, take a deep breath in. Now with your next exhale, we're gonna go straight up into that shoulder bridge, peeling the spine like heavy Velcro, just peeling little by little all the way up off the mat. Walk your hands a little closer towards your heels, squeeze your ball a little tighter, narrow the waist. Imagine lifting the waistband just with your muscles. Inhale, drop the hips, exhale, lift. Now don't worry about articulating the spine as you lower the hips down. Your back can stay straight. We're just focusing on the glute squeezes, inner thigh squeezes, a deep core connection. Stay there, 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Breathe in, reach the arms all the way behind you, backs and hands touch the floor, and then breathe out. Try to keep the hips high. Just drop your rib cage down. Really tilt the pelvis to get through that middle back, and then one vertebra at a time through the lumbar spine into the hip bones, and then the tailbone come down. Come back into neutral. Drop your heels and take hands back down along the sides of your hips. Let's take the ball away. And let's actually grab your band and wrap the band around your right foot. Try to get it over the balls of the foot. And just flex the foot. Try to get that leg as straight as you can. Anchor your elbows down to the mat. And press into, kind of digging into your left heel. I want you to lift the hips up. Inhale, lower them back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Now look down and try to just check that your pelvis is nice and level, that the right and left hips are perfectly parallel with the floor. 4 more times, lift, lower, 3, 2, we're gonna hold the last one up and then lower the leg down. Exhale, lift it back up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Try to take your hands closer together so that band slides just inside your left knee. Last 2, and lift. 1 more down, and up, and then drop the hips down to the mat. Change legs. So your left foot goes into bands. The bands there to try to help you keep that leg straight. And also to add a little bit of extra resistance as we push into the right heel, lifting the hips up. Inhale down, lift, and lower. Stay there for 6, 5. Keep the right knee in line with the right hip. Don't let it kind of roll out to the edge of the mat. Last 2. And we hold the last one up, narrow the waist, breathe out, lower the leg down. Inhale, lift it back up, and down, back up. For 4, keep pressing to the right heel, relax the shoulders, the pelvis level, hands close together. Last 2, and lift. 1 more down, and up. And then drop the hips all the way down to the mat. I'm going to take both feet into your band. Now I'm going to cross your band. Slide your hands to the end band, getting as much length as you can, and then lower both legs down. Breathing out. Inhale, lift them back up. Keep the lower back pressing down into the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Just 4 more here. 4, head and shoulders stay down. Now, if your band is short, you can have your hands over the shoulders. They don't need to be pulling back to the wall behind you. Just make sure you get some tension in the band. You don't want it to feel like it's about to break. Last one, down and up. For the next one, we're going to lift the head, start lifting your shoulders, roll yourself up as the feet go down. Now, let go of the band and hold it as close as you can towards your feet. It's a real short band. Sit up tall and then pull your elbows straight back and string out of the top of the head. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, pull back. So just strengthen the muscles of your upper back while we lengthen through the spine, arching into your lower back. Try to kind of curl that tailbone, almost kind of reaching it to the wall behind you. So you're not rounding out like this. We're arching like this. Stay there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to take your hands forward and do some circles, elbows going up, over, back, and around. 4 this way. 3, 2, and 1. And let's reverse it. Let's go forward the other way. Shoulders up, over, forward, and back. Up and over, forward, going back. That's 2, and 1. Just lean back, open your band, pull your knees through the band. Try to have your knees together, lift your feet up, and then exhale. Stretch, lower the chest, extend the legs. Inhale, knees to chest. Exhale. Stay there. 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the chest. Drop the heels down to the mat. Sit up nice and tall, stretching out your back. Let's take the ball or band away. And we're going to grab the ball. Place the ball between your knees. Give it a good squeeze, almost like take your hands. Push those knees together. I want you to see like that ball is about to pop, or that cushion's holding it as tight as possible. Breathe out, round your spine. Scoop the core muscles in. Come into our C curve. Lift your hands up, elbows wide, shoulders down. Then breathe out. Just roll yourself back, squeezing the ball. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Stay there for 6, and 5. Drawing the belly button in tight. Rib to hip connection. Shoulders down. Let's hold this last one. Breathe out. Lift the arms up overhead. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Last 2. Lift. And lower and 1. Lift up and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come to the knees. Stretch out the back. Just reverse the curve of the spine. I'm going to go one more time to either side. So we're going to tilt the pelvis. We're going to tuck the tailbone under. Round out your lower back. Really opening up the lumbar spine. Draw the belly button in. Turn to the left. Elbows wide. Shoulders down. Go down an inch. Up an inch. Tuck and scoop. So you can twist a little further. So turn the shoulders to the left corner of the room, but making sure the knees stay in line with the hips. Last 4, 3. Option to modify holding both hands at the back of that left knee. Last 1, breathe out, lift the arms overhead. Your modification here is to alternate the arms, just do single arms, otherwise keep going with both. Last 2 lifts and lower. 1 more, lift and hold for 3, 2, 1, hands come back to knees. Reverse the curve of the spine, lift your chest, pull your shoulders back. And then breathing out back into our C curve, tilting the pelvis, scooping your dumbbells, rounding the spine, turn the shoulders to the left corner of the room, keep the knees in line with the hips. Breathe out, tuck and lift. So imagine you're hugging a big ball in front of you, so your elbows are soft, fingertips together. Stay there for 6, so you can twist any further. 5, shoulders always facing the hands. 4, 3, option to hold the side of the leg. Last 2. Hold the last one. Breathe out, lift the arms overhead. Try to get them out of peripheral vision. Inhale down, option to alternate those arms. If you want to modify or take it a little slow, ease yourself back in. Last 2. And down. 1 more. Lift up and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come back to the knees. Straighten up your back. Let's take the ball away and just let your knees fall out to the sides. Just fold forward over your legs. Using your elbows to try to ease your knees out a little further. And then sitting up, just drag your heels in a little closer to your body. Grab your toes, straighten up your back again as you try to ease those knees down towards the floor. Okay, knees back together. Come on to one side. And stretch everything out. So our ears, shoulders, ribs, hips, knees, ankles, all in a line. Take your hand, wrap it around the waist. Tuck the fingers under the lower part of the waist and then pull that top shoulder back. Now you lift both legs up off the mat. Feel the lower abdominals pulling in, belly button, pelvic floor lifting. Lift the top leg and small circles with that top leg. Then take your thumbs and just touch the base of your rib cage and kind of pull it down slightly. Good. Pelvis should be stacked. One hip right on top of the other. As we circle that top leg, not too big, not too fast. So you can take the hand up, lift the head to relax the neck every now and then. Last 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your circles, 8 the other way. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now flex your feet, lift the top leg up, hold it high. Inhale down. So let's take this hand to that hip. Make sure that hip isn't kind of lifting up towards your shoulders. Almost push it away, lengthening that top half of your waist. Give the leg as high as you can. Feel those muscles working on the outside of the leg. So lengthen through that heel. Stay there for 4. Take the hand back up to the ceiling. 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Stretch the leg long, pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes back in line with your hips, and then we scissor both legs. Stretching the legs, keeping the knees straight. 8, 7, keeping that rib to hip connection, core tight, holding you like a vice. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come back together and let's take the hand down. And then last movement on this side, we're gonna do it like a bicycle pedal with that top leg. Make sure the foot doesn't start to sink down towards the lower leg. Make sure that lower leg stays covering just above the mat. Stay there for 4. If you do need to modify, you can bend that lower knee. Just relax that lower leg as you move the top leg. Reverse your circles, 5 the other way. Keep the heel back, pull the knee to the chest. Keep the heel back, knee to chest. Keep the pelvis still. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let the feet come down to the mat. Just let that top knee drop forward, tap out any tension through the top hip. Hand that was under the head holds the knee as the other arm twists towards the back corner of the room, looking over your shoulder. And then circle the arm all the way around. Kind of drag your fingers along the floor. 2 circles in each direction. And reverse. Okay, change sides. So knees together, flip yourself over. Extend the arms, extend the legs. Again, reach from the top of it to the tips of the toes. Use that arms, wrap around the waist, feel the corset muscles tightening, and then lift both feet up off the mat. Keep your top leg or your bottom leg up as you lift the top leg a little higher, small circles. I always like to take the hand to the lower abdomen, just making sure they're drawing in. Thumb to the lower part of the ribs, just pulling the ribs down. Once you make sure you have that core nice and tight, lift your hand up. And make sure the only thing moving is that top leg. Try to keep the lower leg still. Keep the pelvis and your upper body still. Last 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the circles. We'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now flex your feet. Lengthen through the heels. Try to lift your kneecaps to get those legs nice and straight. Lift the top leg up and down. Breathe out. And in, stay there for 6. Again, get as high as you can. Let's take a hand to that hip. Make sure the hip's not moving. Trying to lengthen out that top half of the body. Last 4. And take the hand back up. And one for sure that that pelvis isn't hitching up as the leg goes up. Last 2. Hold this last one up. Stretch the heel pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Another set. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the leg down and then scissor both legs. Imagine a pin through the top hip, through the lower hip, holding that pelvis perfectly still as you sweep those feet to the edges of your mat, keeping the rib to hip connection. Stay there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come back together. Hand goes down to the mat. We do those bicycle pedals. The top leg, we start pedaling forward. Pelvis doesn't move. Hands there to help you stabilize. Last 3. Try to keep the heel, knee, and hip all in one line. Perfect alignment. Reverse your circles. Knee to chest. Kick the heel back. Knee to chest. Kick it back. For 4. Feeling a little bit of burn through that outside of that leg. That's 2. And 1. And then lower your feet down to the mat. Drop the top knee forward, hand from the head, holds the knee, other arm reaches out behind, and try to touch the fingernails, the back of that hand, fingertips down to the floor, while keeping the knee anchored in front of you. And circle the arm all the way around, just stretching, feeling that lovely stretch, the chest mobilizing the shoulder, stretching the hip, and then 2 circles the other way. Okay, extend your leg, roll yourself over onto your front. And take your hands out to your sides. Elbows are bent 90 degrees. Feet in line with your hips. Feet stay anchored down to the mat. We can draw the belly button in and then lift your chest up. Pull your elbows into a W shape along the sides of the hips and then inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Try to get your fingertips slightly above your elbows. So that movement of the arms reflects, kind of mirrors the movement of your head, shoulders, and ribs. So your fingertips are where your head are, your elbows are where your ribs are. Stay there for 4, 3, last 2. Hold the last one. Now extend your arms back along your sides. Turn the pinkies up to the ceiling. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lower the backs of the hands down to the floor. Lower the chest. Exhale, lift. And lower. Just rotating the arms, lengthen from the tip of the tailbone right through the crown of the head. Stay there for 3 and 2. Let's hold this last one up and then lift your legs up as well. So reach at the fingers, reach at the toes. Inhale, lower the legs, lower the chest, lower the hands. And then again, lift the arms, lift the chest, rotate the pinkies up to the ceiling, stretch those toes. Inhale down. One more time here, breathing out, lift the chest, pull the shoulder blades together, rotate the arms. Inhale down, and then reach the arms out to the corners of the mat in front of you. And then lengthen through the fingertips as you lift and lower. Breathe out and in. Last 2. And 1, holding up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the hands under the shoulders, sit back onto your heels, toes together, knees apart. Let the ribs kind of sink down between your knees. And then come up to all fours and tuck your left foot under your body. Turn the left knee out to the edge of the mat. Should be outside of that left wrist. Extend your right leg back, look up to the ceiling with a big inhale. And then as you breathe out, just walk your hands forward, drop your chest down to the mat. Again, don't push through any pain. If you feel any pain through your knee, if that pressure isn't good for the knee, flip onto your back and just turn this over so your ankle is over the opposite knee. And you can control the pressure. And lift the chest back up, walk your hands in, uncross your left knee, tuck your right foot under, right knee turns out to the edge of the mat, left leg stretches back, chest up, shoulders wide, inhale. And then breathing out, just slowly lower your chest down to the mat. And then lift your chest back up, just turn, and we're gonna finish a little ballet stretch. So stretching legs out, just jiggle the legs a little bit. Get the backs of the knees down, straighten up. I'm just gonna walk your hands forward. Try to drop that chest down to the floor. Reach your arms out to the side. You can push your feet away as you drop your chest down towards the mat. Inhale, when you're ready, come back up. Take both hands along one leg. And just reach down towards the ankle. And then take the hand from the inside of the leg to the outside of the leg, and the other arm reaches behind. So we twist the shoulders, reaching the pinky towards your pinky toe. And then reverse it. Take the hand that was behind you to the inside of that knee, and then reach the arm up overhead. And then breathe in. You do it all on the other side. So hands just kind of sliding along either side of the leg. So you reach your chest down towards, and you try to anchor that opposite hip bone, which is going to try to peel up. Then take the hand from the outside of the leg, from the inside of the leg to the outside. Reach the other arm behind. So turn the shoulders. So left hand reaching behind. There's the right hand reaches towards that left foot. And then reverse it. So the left arm goes to the inside of the left leg, and the right arm goes up overhead. And then breathe in. Sweep the feet together. Lift yourself to all fours. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Press into your heels. Arch into the back. Press into the heels of your palms. Press into the heels of your feet. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Soften the knees. Round your spine. Slowly articulate as you roll yourself all the way back up to standing. A nice movement through the spine. Shoulders go on top of the ribs, head on top of the shoulders, arms float up overhead, and then exhale. Up onto tiptoes, narrowing the waist, and then reach your arms out to the sides, and lace the fingers behind the back. Swing the arms, bend the knees, and give yourself a little round of applause. I hope that felt good for your body. I enjoyed it, and we're back again tomorrow. We're going to do a high-intensity interval training session combined with some Pilates. We're going to try that out for the first time on YouTube. I've done it a few times in person. So look out for that. Check out the social media and let me know when we're on again. See you soon. Bye.